evening all. Well, I've been working funny shifts, not had much sleep, but then I get a message out of Bobby Bobnuts over there. Do you want to come fishing? So, dusted the gear down. I thought, instead of sitting on the sofa being lazy watching crap on telly, I thought dust my gear off, quickly put my lamps on charge for half hour and got my gear out. Well, we're after a rooker tonight, so I got to pack my old vacuum packed mackerel out of the freezer, what I caught and vacuum packed myself. Rig wise, I'm just using a clip down trace with a paternoster and a strip of mackerel and just whipped it on with a bit of elastic. See, nothing too complicated. See, the bait ain't huge, but the size of my thumb. That's all you need for a rooker. But the old tide ain't gone down yet, so you have to give it a bit longer. Old Bobby Bobnuts in the next bay, he's managed to find a little bit of beach. But where I am, there ain't a lot yet, but it's getting there, so I'm now gonna try and get the old rods out. It's gone back down a few foot since I've been getting the gear ready. But see, didn't know what I was doing. That wind's gone round northerly and there's a good swell rolling in now. Surprising, there's 2 or 3 foot swell rolling in here. That's worse than what I thought that'll be. Again, as soon as you get a bit of northerly, they always put a bit of lift in the water around here on the east coast, and that's just part and parcel it is. But even though I was only 2.5 hours from the bottom, there ain't much beach here. I still round the bottom of a tripod and I'm pushed up against the rocks. Hopefully it'll drop soon, but then again there's a bit of swell from the north that'll push it up the beach, won't it? Well, old Bobby Bobnuts has got a little whiting. Not what we want to see. To be honest, that's quite a good size one, but when you're after a free rooker.
Only one for the cats.
Look at that. Good old Bobby Bobnuts, look at him. Ever so proud. Brilliant. I'm sure to like well, if you don't get nothing up, it's still gonna be highly amusing. Me and Bobby Bobnuts are a bad influence on each other, I think. He can keep all the things. I want the rooker. Well, I just done the first cast. Obviously the lines are still dry, so I didn't whack it too far. That was like 60-70 yards. I like to be a little bit further out here, but that is what it is. First cards to dry your or to wet your mono up. Get your reels, bit of liquid in them, lubricant. Then the second and third casts, hit it as hard as you can. That's the theory behind it anyway. Well, there you go. Not used to this. No beach. There's no beach at all here at the minute. Nothing. Unbelievable. Hope his tide dropped a bit quicker than what it has been doing. Well, first cast and we got a ting. Not exactly what I wanted, but I saved the bank straight away. So much for Lucky Bob next to me. He might be king of the tings now. I ain't caught a ting in ages. I don't really want to. And the left hand rod looked like it just had a little tap as well, so I hope we ain't gonna have a night of the ting. I know fish baits don't help tings, they love them, but I really don't want to have a night of these bloody things. They get to them before the old rooker do. This time of year they can come in ever so thick, these tings. It's like you cast out, count to 60, reel in, and you got one every time, ain't you? That's not what we want. And I'll get this unhooked and get it back. And first cast on the other rod, another ting. This one's a better one, not a bad sized fish. But 2 tings and 2 casts, that's not a good sign, is it? Damn you, Lucky Bob, you're not lucky at all. But at least Bob's cats like them, that's the main thing. They ain't wasted for the big uns. And another blinking whiting. I am the whiting king tonight. That's all I seem to catch. Whiting, whiting and more whiting. I don't want them. Oh, I catch nice stuff like rooker. Like a big flat brown spiky thing. Not whiting. It's better than blanking. Well, at least Bob's happy because he's got enough cats where he could refill up bat as he catches them. There's billions of them. So they eat a lot of fish. And that greedy little sod just took the bait as well. Just see me whiting after whiting. As in he ate there about a couple of minutes, and typical, whiting straight away. Oh, a lucky Bob's come a cropper, just touched his line and the line parted. Didn't even try to reel. That ain't very good, lucky Bob. That's very unlucky, Bob. Changing reels. That's dramatic, that is.
Quicker.
Dramatic Bob, changing reels. Look at that. Look at F1 race team, isn't he? Even Bobby Bobnuts is getting tings now. That's all we can seem to get, tings. Oh, nightmare. We need better than that. We need a nice rugger, Bob. What are we doing wrong?
Losing gear.
Oh yeah, you're losing gear. I'm not. I'm just catching tings. Not what we want. He was bloody quick getting his reel changed over and gear out. That was like a record speed. He's done that before, I think.
Racing team.
Racing team. Racing snake. Even though we're getting whitings and nothing else, that's still a lovely night sitting down here. There's plenty of worse things you can do. That's great sitting here, having a bit of banter, abusing each other. No rain, there was a little bit of wind, but we're sheltered from it mainly. Even though it's meant to be westerly and there's a little bit of northerly in it. But that's still lovely to sit here. That's a cracking night really, can't fault it. You just need a couple of Raymundos, that's what you need. Whitings don't quite cut the mustard. Funny watching Bob's line part though. Poor old Bob. And another blinking whiting. I just can't seem to get past them. Using big mackerel baits and they have anything, ain't they? Greedy little buggers. At least Bob's cats will be well fed tonight. They won't be able to walk tomorrow, they'll be so fat. Bob and his fat pussy cats. You can't beat a fat pussy. And look at that! Bobby Bobnuts got a Raymundo. Look at that. Finally, we didn't think we'd get one tonight. Look at that stunner with his fish. Look, international porn star and angler, Bobby Bobnuts. Well done, Bob. Look, that's nice to sort of finally get one. I better go cast my rod out. Can't be beaten by a Bob.
You better put some hooks on.
I am putting hooks on, Bob. Look at that, done me. Done by a Bobby Bobnuts. See? You go fishing with a senile to help them out, and they do you. Done by Bobby Bobnuts. That's nice to see. Hope we get another one now. I deserve one now. Well, I don't know if I deserve it, but I'd like to get one now. I think Bob was performing surgery on it to get the hook out. He won't make a very good A&E nurse. I think you better get the hook out of his mouth, and he kept playing with his poo pipe, I think. What are you like, Bob? What is up with you Suffolk folk? Hooks in his mouth, not in his arse. Must be a Suffolk thing. Thank God I'm from Norfolk. Well, Bob's rooker is on squid and bluey. Well, you don't catch many squid and bluey around here, so that's where I got mackerel. I never caught a bluey, are you? The only bluey I've ever caught was when I was a kid, when my budgie flew away, and that was called bluey. Funnily enough, that was blue. But you don't catch many bluey around here, so that's why I got mackerel as bait. Mackerel's lovely and firm, so I only caught it a couple of days ago, vacuum packed it and froze it. That looked like fresh, it's lovely and firm. But obviously they seem to prefer squid and bluey. Well, that's one. We're gonna have another one. I gotta get one soon. Bob can't have them all. Look at that king. What a lovely looking fish. Bobby Bobnuts just weighed it. That's 4 3/4 pound. So that ain't a bad fish, is it? There's been a hell of a lot of smaller ones this year, and that's one of the better ones. There's been a lot of fish around the 2.5 pound mark. So for this year, 4 3/4 pound fish you can't complain with that at all. That's one of the better ones. I'm sure he's going to take it home for tea. He might even nail it in his shed. You didn't know, Bob. I don't want to know any more details. But there you go. Well done, Bobby Bobnuts. He's got the first ripper of the day. And there's me with another old whiting. Oh, lucky Bob over there. He's getting old, big old rooker. And there's me with little whiting. You go, oh, that's good not to blank. Well, Bob can say that because he's got a rooker, he's got the target species, and I ain't, have I? Ah, it's good we didn't blank. Yeah.
Fish is a fish.
Fish is a fish.
Fish is a fish.
Yeah, not when it's a whiting. That don't count, do it? Bloody things. And there's me with another whiting. I just can't get through them. I think there's a little bit too much swell here tonight to get many rays. They prefer it when it's calm, but that's life. More and more whiting for Bobby Bob Nuts cats. We had enough to feed them for a fortnight. And they're all good whiting, they ain't no little pins, they're all decent sized whiting. Well, I ain't done that in a while. Pennel rig and a whiting on each. They're greedy little buggers, aren't they? Well, the tide's turned now, it's now starting to flood. They ain't looking too good and we're going to be pushed off the beach soon. But yeah, at least Bobby's cats will be well fed. But I seem there's plenty of whiting here. The problem is, over slack, then whiting sort of die off. And that's when you normally get the rooker. That's when Bobby Bob not got his. But now, that's just be whiting and more whiting, I think. Well, that was my last cast and my last whiting of the night. Bob's cats will be fed forever, and I've had a whiting fest. Oh, it's nice to see little Bobby Bob Nuts. He had a nice rooker. I'm sure he's happy. Bob's always happy. He's mad as a box of frogs. But yeah, it's been a thoroughly enjoyable night. Oh, don't even Molly see that. Light's gone a bit dull. It's been a thoroughly enjoyable night. Thoroughly enjoyed myself. First time I've been fishing in a long while on the beach. Well, thanks all for watching. Hope you all have a good night. And there's bye from me and bye from Bobby Bob Nuts. He's good fun. That's been a good laugh tonight. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Alright, see you all till next time. Bye.